Hello, I'm Amma, the maker of Titan Quest Arris. I've heard my mod is pretty hard, as it was intended. So I'll be trying to make a build and, just make a tutorial on how to play this mod. I'll do a build I quite like. Oamatalae Fire Mage, probably. Decent damage. It's a build I like. Let's see. I should note, this mod is a work in progress, so some things may look a little janky or off. Hi, me. I don't really plan on talking with anybody. This is mostly just to show off how to fight people and whatnot. The model is over here. You can pick up this little gem thingy, and you'll notice that you're invisible. This is a common bug in this mod. It just occurs because of how things work. Oh, you fix it with a restart. It's not really a problem. I'll wait until I get to the city to... Sorry, I'll wait until I get to the city so I can... I'll wait till I do all that to fix it, because it's... You can't play like this. I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm just gonna get to the first checkpoint, whatnot. So you land here, it's on a little coastline, I guess. There's a road. I'm not too mean. I made a road for you to get to the city. Do 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 do. At least I got a player light. I got something to show where I am. So you head into this little cave thingamajiggy and you get to the market. There's the pet guy. You got all these things. There's little tutorial people here. They sell different things. Let me get this darn checkpoint in the portal. I need to turn those off at some point. As for a build, see, you appear in the character screen. It just doesn't appear anywhere else. As for a build, I'm gonna play it safe. I'll get some medium armor. That'll give me a nice bit of, yeah, as you can see, clipping. This is in testing. What I was saying, medium armor. It will give you some decent protection and won't completely ruin your movement speed. Take that. I'm gonna head over to the mage shops. And I want some fire magic abilities. Model A has some kind of low energy, so I can't use the highest tier power. At least not easily. I could probably get some mana stones for extra energy, but I'll wait for that. Let's see. We'll take a flamethrower, fireball. That's usually a good combination. Gives me a nice basic attack and whatnot. And you got all these orbs. And these will give you either bonuses, or these ones will give you regeneration. These ones will give you extra damage. These ones are like basic attacks. Because I have a flamethrower and a fireball, I basically have basic attacks, so I'm just gonna take some of the ones that give me buffs. I don't really want any of the funny effects, because they all come with like a buff and a debuff, and I don't want to think about that right now. So I'll just pick up the generic ones. I'll just look for the ones that don't have an outline. There we go. These will give me some buffs if I need them. I'm not even sure if I'll use them, honestly. But it also gives me a dual wield bonus, so I'll fire twice as many projectiles. Things work weird. And for a second weapon, I'm gonna go with an energy bow. They're slow, they're powerful, they're fun, but I like them. I don't need a good justification. Alright, so it's night. Oh yeah, you actually get extra energy from mage weapons. That's new, so I don't remember it off the top of my head. Alright, I'm gonna restart right quick so things appear correctly. And, yeah. Do. This one. Waiting, 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 waiting. I sure do love waiting with my slow computer. That's a potato. Still going. Why haven't I moved this game to my SSD? Oh yeah, I need a pet. There's 7 pets total. There's Afrin, there's Barabi, there's Fofo, Corpe, Sorpo, Marma, and Simi. They're all good for their own things. Simi's like ranged caster, Marma does like ambush melee, Sorpo's kind of generalist, gives you like a slow and he's kind of tanky. Barabi just does a lot of damage. Fofo gives you buffs, Corpay debuffs the enemies, Afrin's a really good tank.
Well, friend,
I'm gonna
come and
choose
see what I've got. Must be
Corpay
something
for
to your
this.
liking, eh?
Because I need someone to tank for me, but I also don't want to. I used Afrin in like another playthrough. I want to use someone different. So I'm going to use Corpay. Corpay gives a nice debuff. Oh yeah, I gotta set my powers. Let's see. I usually like to have the summon slot over here and an attack over here. Oh, I need an amulet thingy. These give sort of like passive abilities, active passive ability. It's, you know, it's like an aura. I call them auras because they're auras. I want something that's kind of more passive because I already have all those magic abilities that are going to be taking mana. I'll take Siege. Siege gives you some extra damage. Let's see, that's a good enough thing. This one gives you reduces enemy damage, reduces their resistance, gives you a nice slew of bonuses. Just slows your attack speed by a lot. Don't want to use it with this. This thing's attack slow enough as is. So I think we're ready to go out. And I've got Corpay. He's a little beetle. Cute little thing until he, you know, spawns another plague. And these playthroughs, I'm not going to play through the whole game because that would take like anywhere from like 2 to 4 hours. So I'll probably just play through Xysis because this one's probably the easiest zone, honestly. I'm going to say that and get my teeth kicked in by these things. Actually, I want a basic attack here and this. Because this bow actually does have a basic attack. And it's got this thingy. See, I feel lucky because usually the effect doesn't show up on the first attack, so thank goodness I'm recording. So this bow is fun. I do this to people. that gets me every time. Jesus. Oop. Oh, thank you, Corpay. You're ruining my fun. Alright, now this is where the real challenge, or some of the challenge begins. You got actual enemies. Well, he tried his best. And Corpay's very helpful. See, you know, I thought I was gonna have to show off like some tactics here. Oh no, Corpay's just gonna do all the work for me. Thanks, Corpay. Oh. Alright, and there's some ambush crabs here. I'm just gonna wake all them up. Corpay, I think, is gonna just do all the work. Corpay is really good against anything with low health, like these Xances or sand splitter crabs. Less useful against these turtles, which have, I think, as much health as I do. That is so much fun, Jesus. So let's see. Let me try my flamethrower right quick. Oamatalae also gets the bonus. It's kind of weird. When you run low on mana, you get 3 seconds of infinite mana. So you can just sort of spam your abilities. So I could use some higher tier abilities, but most of them are like buffs or aren't really great projectile abilities, but I can just spam Fireball. And that's really good. Like I can just sort of take out entire groups like this. Oh, Corpay died. Poor thing. Pets blow up in a little puff. I kind of think they just sort of, you know, disappear or something because you spawn right back in a little puff. I just figure he's taking a nap. A temporary one, you know. So this is also why I want Corpay in front. He's not... Yeah, you see how much damage I took just getting hit by that little sandstorm. Corpay is not a great tank himself, but he slows the enemies and he does damage to them, so he's really good for just... Like, I need any sort of front line, because I'm a fragile fox thing. Oamatalae does not have a lot of health. And even with, you know, medium armor, I still don't want to get hit. So Corpay helps with that. Now... Let's see... These animal groups are pretty simple. Xysis is honestly a nice tutorial zone because the first things you fight are like turtles and they're slow. I think Sansei are kind of dangerous, but they're slow. Now, next group has other foxes and a boss. I forgot I put her. Oh shit. Oh. I don't know if I'm supposed to be cussing. Well, Pyrrhic. So I got distracted looking at the giant crab and got hit by a giant sandstorm. At least dying once gives me the opportunity to show off portals. There aren't really checkpoints or rebirth fountains like a normal Titan quest, so I use portals. Just let you get back to the beginning of the zone. The zones are decent size, but they aren't so big you can't navigate them. Like, you'll be able to get back to where you were in about a minute or two. Especially after you've killed all the enemies, so you'll be fine. I'm just hoping I don't die a lot because it's a tutorial to help people from dying, and it's not going to help if I'm not helping. You can see I'm not a very good talker. So it seems the crabs actually took care of most of the enemies, which is another thing. The monsters will fight each other, depending on their faction. You can see there's a fox right there. I could probably take her armor. It's pretty good. It doesn't have the movement speed debuff that my one does, but it takes your energy instead. And it even has a little bit more armor and gives you resistance. It's pretty good. Just now I have a little energy to work with. But I'm Oamatalae, so lower energy doesn't matter if I run out of energy, because then I get infinite energy for a few seconds. It works out.
Not enough energy.
There we go. That's a good hit. That guy has a really big bow, as you can see from the really big bow he's carrying. It does like 50 damage. And we'll do a little extra because it's serrated. So that would have hurt if it hit me. Now, I've been kind of lucky. Oh, we're about to approach a village, and there's that. Yeah, that giant crab right there is one of the bosses.
Need more energy.
And as you can see, she just turned Corpé into... I don't know what a good term for multiple parts is, but Corpé might have gotten a little blended. Poor thing. Now... well, I guess I get to show off a glitch. These little pyres here are part of the monster village. This boss likes to get stuck on them. I am not above taking what advantages I can. I think... oh, nope, she's alive. Her pets die when she dies, so she is most definitely fine. As you can see, Flamethrower is a pretty good ability. It's really good against those light, non-armored targets. Now, I'm going to turn on Siege for that extra damage. And once my mana comes back up, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to spam that.
Need more energy.
And she's going to live through that, of course she is. Now, can I hit her with that? No, I cannot. Let's try that again. Please die, you. You know, this would be helpful if she wasn't... okay, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have asked for her to not be stuck in a rock. Because now she... yeah, she was very angry. Oh! I got her. Nice. You can see I'm a very intelligent and knowledgeable gamer about what's going on. And my poor, sluggish computer is very helpful in this. Now, we're in a monster village that just got raided by crabs. There's an awful joke to be made there. But these are where... ooh, these are where foxes spawn. These are little fox militia, as I call them, emberlings. Don't let their size... they're deadly. I've had to nerf them a few times. Now I can...
not enough energy.
well, you know what, their AI is a little broken. Oh, well, some of them are. They're tired from fighting. Now, granted, these ones are pretty small too, so Corpé's good against them as well. I have no mana and just got hit by a sandstorm. Oh. So the Oamatalae Emberlings, those ow things, well, they'll shoot little fireballs that stun you. And in large groups, they can stun lock you and, well, stun locking and very dead quickly. Like that.
Need more energy.
Let's see, I'm gonna turn on Siege, because that... oh, not right now. Now I'm gonna turn on Siege, throw a bunch of fireballs, and this burrow's gone. So there's another little area over here. I want to destroy this thing because that gives them a nice damage buff. The fire is... it heals them, but that thing's really tanky compared to the little fire relic.
Not enough energy.
So I'm not really trying to bother with that right now.
Not enough energy.
I do want to try it. Well, you know what? There's a rock in the way. I can't just orbitally bombard it. Well, orbital's
Not
not the
enough
right
energy.
word. Mortar shell it? Something like that. Now, Oamatalae does get a nice bonus. Because I have a low mana cost ability, I can easily activate my bonus to use my high mana cost ability. And I guess we blew up that pyre in the meantime. I'm going to leave that one because I don't want to do demolition work. Here's another Oamatalae. I have a flamethrower. She does not. She also doesn't have a pet, so I can take care of her pretty well. As you can see, there's a few more over there fighting some turtles. This one doesn't have armor because I guess she decided to wake up on the wrong side of the world today. While they're busy fighting, I'm going to take a small detour, grab this portal, because this leads into another area. I'm not going to deal with Sormy today. I'm not going to deal with Sormy ever. Sormy is hard, and I'm not trying to deal with that today. Now, I don't think I want to deal with them, because they are... There's a weird glitch where if they're occupied with other enemies, they might not concern themselves with me. Well, you know, they concern themselves with Corpay, so maybe I should be a little wary. There we go. Alright. Oh no, those ones drop gold, how pleasant. Corpay, that's awesome. Ooh, jeez. Now, will I die here? Probably. Yep. So, yeah. A lot of bosses will sometimes come attached with groups of allies. Xonsays, those little crab people thingies, can have mages that will drop a sandstorm, and those are pretty deadly, especially for low health, low armor units. I don't really have low armor, but I don't have good health. So, something like that is worrisome for me to deal with. I've got to navigate all the way back over there, which isn't too bad, but I don't know if it's the most interesting part of the stream. Video? This isn't a stream. So, oh yeah, I never even picked that out of shop rig. I need to get that. This mod also does items but differently. I use purple items for a lot of things because you can't upgrade purple items, so I just say I'll use that for items I don't want upgraded. Now she is in quite a precarious position. This game is really not optimal for if you're trying to fight things that are downward oriented or even sideways sometimes. What I want to do right now is kind of try to have them stream in. The more I deal with, you know, single targets, the better, because I can deal with like 1, 3 targets kind of easily. 5 is a bit much, especially when there's a mage in the back. Now, she is going to do that teleport. Ooh, I'm low
Not
on
enough
mana.
energy.
There we go. I got her while she was underground. Alright. A lot of fighting the bosses is, well, just good engagement as well as, I don't know what point I'm trying. It's more about the good engagement, more so than just your outright damage sometimes. I say that Oamatalae has some of the most ridiculously strong damage in this entire mod. She just melts things.
Not enough energy.
Alright.
Need more energy.
I should be narrating something, but I'm fighting turtles. This is such exciting, extraordinary gameplay. Okay, I've killed 2 of those crabs. To progress, you need to kill 3 of them. Now, this is very downwards, and as I said, it's hard to play the game downwards, so I'm not gonna go over there. That leads to like a side quest treasure chest anywho. What I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna do something better. I'm gonna take this portal instead of putting down my own stone portal. I'm going to teleport back to Sysis and go another route. So, you need to kill 3 of those crab bosses so you can fight the main one and progress the story or quest. Now, I was just saying, downward zones are bad for fighting. There are a few downward zones. I try to make sure they're filled with more melee or slower
Need more
enemies,
energy.
like these turtles, which are easier to deal with. There we go. Now, here we face one of the more, I don't know if I want to call them unique enemies, Ichthys. These are a creature that's hostile to everything but themselves. They have a pretty high attack range, and they're basically just a bunch of fodder units that spawn from some monoliths that you'll see in a second once I get over there. Gotta really take these engagements a little slow. Corpe helps. My chugging computer does not. Let's see, I'm gonna respawn him. And try not to get beat up by an archer. I am out of mana. This magic build does seem kind of strong, and in a lot of times it is. But for most characters that are Oamatalae, they have to deal with, magic and their mana, which really reduces the amount that they can do. The main balancing feature of it is once if you get hit while in combat, your regen stops. So mage builds are really strong until you punch a mage in the nose, and then they can't regenerate their mana anymore for about 3 seconds. Which is enough time to, be a problem. Or a treat. Mages are very reliant on their magic. Oh. As I said, they are hostile to everything. They just killed that poor man. Crab.
Not enough
You know
energy.
what? I'm against him too. I would have done the same thing. Alright. Another thing too. Some of the Ichthys are spawned naturally. Some of them are spawned by this monolith. So if I blow up the monolith, the things that it spawned will just die. The other ones, though, that spawned at the same time will still be alive. Alright. We healed that pretty well. I'm trying to look and see... Oh, that is a boss. They have little quest icons, so they're decently easy to find. Now... Ooh, jeez. Those turtles aren't very strong, but that little ball of spit slows you a bit.
Need more energy.
So if they're, supporting some other units, they can be a little dangerous. Last thing I want is to be slowed down, because I'm a very fragile unit at this point. I've got no defense, just a lot of offense. Now if you notice when I run out of mana sometimes, it's very brief, because, I have silly mana, I'll start punching. In the 2.2 update I just released, magic weapons actually use a melee weapon as their base. They just grant power. So if you run out of mana, more than likely as a normal character who doesn't just have large mana pools, you can punch people. Like you just saw, I could punch somebody, which is very helpful so you're not just oh, that's the boss. Helps so you're not completely defenseless against some things. Alright. She's laggy. She's just always been a laggy ball. Oh, jeez. Corpe is helpful, but will he save me? I don't know. It's definitely really helping deal with the Crab Queen's ads. The little additional crab she has. There we go. Alright. Now, the boss zone is up here, I believe. There's actually... You'll know it because you gotta travel across these bridges. You go through this little area right here. You beat up these poor little endangered turtles, I guess. Not endangered. Not these ones, anyway. And... oh yeah, here's that little side quest zone. You can see the chest. I, decided not to go down. I think it's like this. I don't remember which route it is. But it's over here. I could fire these turtles, but I'm merciful. So here's where the little entrance is. You can see it's kind of empty here, which is nice. And you got a little boss arena. I'm just gonna explore it a little bit. Right. So we've got the little boss arena. There's a little part up here. I don't know how useful it is. It's like a dead end on either side. And yeah, that's the boss arena. And you'll see this altar here, Shrine to the King. If you come to it before you kill the crab queens, it'll basically tell you you're not worthy of attention, go away. But I've killed all of them, so it'll give me the quest. Cracked shells, cracked bones, your meat, our meal, our nature. So rises the king, let us feast. This is a hard boss fight, in my opinion, if you're not prepared. Now, granted, I might have it. Oh, jeez. Oh, geez. Yeah, he hits hard. Yeah, unlike the normal ones, like the crab queens are mostly dangerous because of their... This one charges you, and he hits like a brick. Or a truck, that's the phrase, he hits like a truck. Yeah, so that one might take a few tries. I got him down very low, because Oamatalae damage is something else. And if I use Siege very properly, I can get a lot of extra damage in on it. If I do that first, activate this, get the extra debuff damage for like 3 seconds. Oh, where'd you come from? Actually, where'd all of you come from? There's still some of you left. Okay. Right, so he's still there, which can sometimes be a problem because you can't get the sneak up on him, because, you know, when he spawns in, you could probably get like a punch or two on him. But, yeah, he's probably just wandering around somewhere. I want to come up from an upwards angle, because that's just better camera angle. And I'm gonna start with this. It'll make my attack a little slower.
Not enough energy.
But it should give me more damage. Oh, ow. He's very low. There we go. Oh, these ones don't despawn. Alright. That's pretty good.
Need more energy.
Oh, jeez.
Not enough energy.
There we go. So there we go. Good positioning is what you need of a model. Now, we've completed the quest. I didn't talk to the guy at first because you don't have to. I set it up so you don't have to talk to people. But, if you want the reward money, you go and talk to the guy who's related to Xysis. He's, like, up the mountain. So I'll go to him right quick. Do. He's, like, on this side. He's kind of close by, relatively. Go up the staircase, go up this little mountain path into the citadel. And it's, this guy. Talk to him.
The infestation is gone.
And he gets some gold. And there we go. That's Xysis done in, like, probably 30 minutes. Only 3 deaths, so not bad. That's probably where I'm going to end this tutorial. I don't want it to last too long, so good luck for all of you trying to play this mod. Hope this helped.